Emmanuel, one of the things that irks me the most in our generation, I was very lucky a bit earlier on in my life that I hung out with my grandfather a bit, not for long, maybe a year or two before he passed on. We do not have people gone ahead of us who come back and report about how somebody should behave. There are set roles and rules pertaining manhood and womanhood, if you may, all over the world, be it culturally, traditional or otherwise. I'm particularly bothered with men who do not leave the house in this generation.
Who do not leave the house?
The men who do not have, it's a broad conversation, and I've had some of my friends tell me I don't have work, where do you expect me to go? But I feel it's really in bad taste that a man with all his manners stays in the house from 8 to 5.
I also think so, man. I think as a man you need to just go, even if it's for a walk, a long walk that ends at 5.
And we like to say that, things are bad, I'm not employed, and now it's become a trend from speaking to a lot of ladies who are my friends, and they tell me that most of their husbands either voluntarily leave work because a woman has sort of a position of authority and she's earning enough bread for both of you, and they don't do anything with them.
Yeah, they just hang out.
So
actually men in that I've met,
yes,
who their work is they wake up in the morning, they drive the wife to work.
In the wife's car?
Yes, in the wife's car.
Yes.
Or the girlfriend's car.
Yes.
And then they drive home, hang out the whole day, driving around in that car, then go pick them at 5 and drive them back home.
Yeah. Now I think my appeal to, we need to get back, and I wish if all the people of this generation are watching, they should reach out and talk to the men of today. You could say that you're unemployed, but waking up in the morning and going away is not only good for the family, but it's also good for you. So you interact with other human beings, number one. Number two, if you have children, they look up to you. Dad is supposed to set a precedence that I am the provider. I provide.
But they also men work from home, eh?
No, that is true, but I'm not talking about that. The context is if there's something you're doing with your hands for work, be it in the house, in the field, right next door to your gate, it's important that a man does something. I think even to women, I don't know for sure, but even to women, a man who works is attractive. You want to be able to plan. This thing of, saizi hana nyumba, hajakuwa na nyumba, okay, for the past 4 years, hata gari hana. Okay, employment hata hana ndio, but okay, hana kitu yoyote basically. Hana kabisa, yeye anaga, lakini decide kusimama na yeye. I think that is a bit funny. And I was telling a friend the other day that if you're unemployed, your work every day from 8 to 5 should be getting work. And work is not, a jobness isn't necessarily working in an office or being employed. For crying out loud, you could paint or sell merchandise. If I came to your office every day in the morning and said, look, at the present moment, I have 4 children and rent that is due at the end of every month. And at the present moment, my wife is the one who brings the bread home. Would it be possible that I offer this gift I have, okay, for X amount of time? For now, don't even pay me. You can just pay my rent.
But theoretically, theoretically it sounds good, what you're saying. But sometimes the guys are not in a mental state.
So it's a mental problem. I hear that.
Mental state to do that,
Some lady will
maybe
tell
you're
me,
depressed.
Some there would be that, and then you can seek medical.
But now you can't be depressed for long. Like how long?
Well, depression is a disease. Same way you can have AIDS forever, or malaria until you treat it. So depression is a different topic. It's a disease. Some lady was telling me that her husband once called her from work to say DSTV imekatwa. And she's a young lady. She's my peer.
I tell you, the weirdest one would be nitumie airtime. That's off, eh?
Okay, if nitumie airtime juu niko kwa traffic nimekwama.
Yeah, but niko nyumbani nitumie. I don't think even if
but it's twofold. What men, especially those who stay at home, must understand is that when you don't provide, it takes away your voice. And it takes away
sometimes not providing is not your choice.
No, I fully understand that. Yeah. But you can provide something. You cannot provide your genitalia.
Slash the
Check,
grass.
I am here with a stiffness that is ready for you. That can't be the thing you bring on the table, surely. Like you can't have your wife leaving at the digs, almost breaking her legs at 7. Then you're turning, checking. Bye, babe. then you cover your head. That's madness.
Yeah, that's right.
So maybe you should go and slash the neighbor's grass. And then you say, look, because now you're smamming rent as my dear wife. I am going to be buying all the potatoes.
Or
eat
maybe
in
we
this house."
don't need the worker. Maybe I'll take care of the chicken in the compound.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Also, and it's a broader conversation. It also doubles up as taking care of the children. Some of these men who are unemployed doing nothing cannot even change the child's nappy. You're just there with your generous belly, laughing thunderously, hooting with the laughter of Jerry Springer. And you're not even, so your wife has to rush from
Watching
Jobo.
series.
Yeah, then you demand for things. Cheki, kwani hiyo gari ulikuwa unakaa nayo for how long?
Yeah, you start
So
getting
uliniambia-
angry when she's using it.
So uliniambia ni friends getaway. Kwani it's hey. Sasa nimekuwa ningoje gari kama mtoto. And it's not your car. You can't even afford to fuel it for the life of you. So I think men should
I think
learn.
one of the problems that creates is it makes the woman default the man.
Yeah.
Because she's the one who's going to work. So she'll start hanging out with her pals instead of coming home. And then there are many men who get upset.
Yeah.
Ati, why haven't you come home from work?
Yeah.
Because the woman now starts staying out with her colleagues.
Yeah.
You start getting jealous because you're idle in the house.
And
I
then
think it creates many other problems.
It's many problems. Like we are out now, you can't even have an authority. I've seen those men who are wekward. Wekward is Greek for being put. So you say you're in a social
Being
place
put.
like this,
Uh-huh.
and then the guy will even feel like the guys can decide. Say we are with our girlfriends and wives, and then we say, hey, see, do we do our platter? So he's meek in a corner. Kitu yote tu generally. Check here, John, are you having a pint?
But a part of me empathizes with some of these guys, because some of these guys maybe it's not their breakthrough at this point. Their breakthrough is coming.
That is a totally different conversation. As I speak, I'm not speaking from a man who knows. I'm not telling men that this is the SI unit of being a man. All I'm saying is, even without having the actual funds, you can actively pursue your vision. None of us is born with money or work. Okay? And then a work is not a job.
So the woman can shikilia the guy at least for a while.
If you agree amongst yourself, personally, I would not be comfortable.
You don't want to be shikiliwa.
No. I would prefer not to. Like a woman is paying my rent and maybe feel.
No, not paying your rent. For instance, you're married and then you are working and then now your job potea. So now the woman is the one now earning an income.
I would try and give myself, look, every problem is, no problem is permanent. I would give myself at least 6 months. If I'm
Of being shikiliwa.
Yes. If you plan properly, you're going to have enough money to shikilia the 6 months, in my opinion. But as of me, as Eric, what I would do in the 6 months, if work and employment do not give, okay, I would make myself useful in another forum. Okay? I think if you spoke to any man and said, look, I have a family, I need for you to assist me in doing ABC.
Ah man, in this world.
Yeah, they would come
Assist
through.
me.
No, assist in terms of work. I will exchange
Oh,
for
right.
money,
Yeah, that
not
makes
give me money. I will exchange for money my time, and you get the money.
But you know, men in Nairobi, if you don't have money, even your friends, most of your friends will just disappear.
No, that is true. You can.
It's a lonely world for a broke man
It's
in
a
this
lonely.
city.
It's a lonely world for a broke man. The problem I have with that broke man is staying broke. It's staying broke. You can change a few things. Alafu chilling and watching TV is not going to give you
Yeah,
money.
it won't help.
You understand? So I think it's Winston Churchill who said from a book I was reading that whatever you do, keep moving. Be it crawling, walking, running, or flying, just move. But these men today who want, as you elaborately put it, to drive a chick's car and eat the chick's food
And wear tight
and they
shirts.
tear tight Fendi shirts
And open the shirt till here.
and then walk and then go and participate very minimally about nation building. Then you come back home and sleep, and you've not used your wit, not used your talent, and you're just eating the chicks' food. I think it's really unfair. Some of the chicks who are watching this would agree that they've kept enough jamas. In fact, some guys are twitching now on their seats because they've refused to go out there and become productive. And I'm not saying it's not about tax index. It's not about I've brought 4 meters this year or I've brought 400,000 and she's subservient to me. She can as well bring 400,000 shillings and you're bringing 40. The thing is, be growing. You're a human being. You can't be fended for and then you watch
I think
TV.
they appreciate the effort.
Even you will
In the
appreciate,
least,
yeah,
yeah.
even you yourself, you'll say, okay, in January, when we got married, I was not employed. Now in March, I am interning at this place and they give me fare and food, which pays for my family's food. Now in November, they've confirmed me and they're giving me a salary. Now I can pay the digs, the food, and even treat my wife to a
Then
holiday.
talk louder.
Yes, and even have a voice.
Ah.
Yeah, you can even make suggestions. The thing that makes a cop stop a big truck is authority in his uniform. If you go in a harsh suit and stop the truck, that truck will run you over. They'll think you're a gangster. So in
But
the
it's funny
same
how
way,
your tone changes at least when you have some money in the pocket.
your money
You
gives
can
you a
even
voice.
ask for tea. Cheki, hakuna chai leo hapa?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
You can ask that.
I think money gives you a voice. As the Bible, I espouse Christian faith. The Bible says that the wisdom of a poor man is despised. You can't purport to have gone to Harvard, then you walk back to Kibera. Well, you could if you want to, but people will not listen. Cheki, nyamazeni, nilienda Harvard. No one likes that voice. You go away with your Harvard. But if you're rich, even if you're uneducated, people listen to you. But the conversation is not about being rich or poor. The conversation is a man waking up and living. There's a man who used to tell me, he's an older guy, he says, even if you've got nothing to do, just go do it elsewhere, far away from the confines of your house. Yeah, and
Like in my shags, many of these retired men wake up and go to a restaurant in Bungoma.
yeah,
Then they just read the newspaper.
yeah. Because you see, a man is supposed to hunt. Women mostly nurture, eh? So, and then you'll cramp each other's space. You are just there all the time. You are like part of the couch, the furniture. Check, yeah, I saw you are up, eh? It's really bad. I think men should leave. I think at the end of it all, men should leave. Whether you have employment, whether you're working from the house, make your hands. It's sad. A lot of women have told me time without number how they've turned around, paying. Some chick told me she sent the husband money to cut his hair, and it's become a monthly or rather weekly thing. Leo unyoi, ni vile tu. Then she reaches a purse and chomoaji.
It's painful, huh?
Like me, I can go dust the kinyozi, then I nyolewa. Cheki, wacheni nipanguze.
Some you just go to the kinyozi.
I'm a kinyozi ya 50 bob.
The one for that guy.
I mean, you ask your wife for very embarrassing figures. Check your babe, watu wa takataka walipitia, and they breathed on our necks. Yeah, it's 8 sock.
About 300.
Yeah, you see, that's weird. So now your wife chomo has 800.
Yeah, it's just looking for coins.
Yeah, it's demeaning you guys. And then now she'll start even telling you on the car, check it. The fuel I put is enough for you to pick me 3 days in a row.
So you
can't even branch and come. So you become a chauffeur.
If
So
you branch, you have to call again for more money.
Check, Ella. So I'm just branching to Peter Emmanuel's house very quickly. Can I do that because he's telling me about this job boys Unganisha informed? Do you have 4 sock?